I am here in Barcelona for a short week trip, and yeah, I've taken the Pura 80 Ultra with me together with some other phones that I want to take photos with. I chose this one in particular because I think Sagrada Familia, where I went to, is the best when it comes to showing little details, because the Pura 80 Ultra has this double periscope zoom that is super useful if you want to magnify something. The best, probably one of the best telezooms out there. Maybe the Xiaomi 17 Ultra being close second or first even. Anyway, I took the Pura 80 Ultra with me and want to show you some shots how it looked like at Sagrada Familia. So let's get started. Sagrada Familia, super interesting in the year 2026 because the developer or the architect of it died around 100 years ago, so in 1926. And the cool thing is that they are still building on it, so it's not ready. His vision that he developed there and worked over 40 years is not finished yet. So this is why you can see there some construction cranes going on there. But this is a picture that shows how much genius was put into this building, and how much of genius and much details the architect put into the whole project. This is a picture from a little bit further away, the entrance of Sagrada Familia, and you will see that this church here has tons of details. This is why I shot with 25 megapixel shots, because you can see here the story of the Bible basically in various different scenes that are placed all over the place. And when you take the shot like this, you just see, a grand, good, impressive building. But you really, even if you stand 10 minutes in front of the door, you cannot see all the little details, all the little things that they try to play off with. This is why I took the shot in the high-res kind of shot mode, so I have the possibility to check all this stuff later on and see all the little details. And I'm talking about such details. And you see how far we are talking about this scene here. And I was standing at the same position, and I used the Pura 80 Ultra's telezoom sensor, and this is what I got. This is just simply impressive. 10 times zoom, but still impressive. I can see what is happening here, putting a crown on somebody's head there, and the kneeling figures here on the side. You can even see the little spikes here to avoid pigeons resting there and shitting all over the place. So this is the reason why there are the spikes all over the place. But despite the spikes, you can see there's some of them managing to shit there anyway. And you can find those details everywhere. This is also some sort of detail from the front facade, also taking with the 10x zoom. And you see how much details I can get out of this 10x shot. And the real reason why I was taking the Pura 80 Ultra instead of the Mate 80 Pro Max, for example, that I did a previous comparison, and many people said, hey, this might be even better because it has two periscope zooms. But the real reason is because the sensor size is so large, the little details that I get here, especially not only outdoors, but especially indoors, will blow you away. But let's check out some other shots here. You can see how even in this shot that is 444 millimeters, so way more zoomed in. Let me do the math for you here shortly. It's like 18.5 times magnification here, and it's still very detailed. But I would call this like an edge case where I would not go even further in, because this is then not healthy. 10 times is the sweet spot, and there you can see all the little details, and they're working quite nicely. You can even see what is written here, which is something that is simply not possible with your own eyes from so far away. So all the little details here visible, and you can make it visible with the Pura 80 Ultra from the outside, which is just simply fantastic. But what about if I tell you, let's go and come to the inside? And this is, by the way, a nice shot I took here showing you what is finished already and what is not finished. So everything that has this beige yellowish kind of color is what is not finished yet. Everything else is finished. So you can see they did a lot over the past 100 years. And keep in mind that the architect, for more than 40, I think 43 years he was working on it. So add to the 100 years just another 40, more than 40 years to it, and see how impressive this whole project, how ambitious this project is. So you can see, yeah, just for that. But let's go in. This is the entrance still. Also a nice little detail with the entrance there, a turtle. And then this is what you get when you go in. And it's a shot also with the telezoom sensor. I had to shoot fast because there was a tour going on and lots of people crowded, of course. And this is also what I like with the Pura 80 Ultra, because it can provide me fast enough shutter speed so I can get this shot somehow right. You can see how nice they have this light there towards the side here, those little details, but also here the window. Yes, it is struggling a little bit of HDR there because it's a very high dynamic range there, and the telesensor especially doesn't have low fix support here, which is a bit of a shame, because it would help tremendously here with this picture. But you get the feeling of this nice warm sunlight coming in through the warm orangey tone of this glass. And if you zoom in even further, you can see it even more. But you can see it struggles a little bit there with the shutter speed there being a little bit low here, even though the ISO is also pretty low. But shutter speed should not be too low, but it had some motion blur issues there for sure. And then another shot, other side there, another figurine there, another statue there. And you couldn't see this ring around the head, the ring of, what is it, stars? Or what is it? Should it, yeah, stars, I would say here. And this is now taken here also with a bit of a zoom shot, as you see, and still providing you with a nice shot. Yeah, HDR here, but this was just, even for me, just a white spot of sunlight coming in. So that's, and this was one as well, I couldn't see it. So even if my HDR in my eyes is not as good as the one of the Pura 80 Ultra, I can forgive it. But look how impressive the colors are. And this is one of the good things that I really like on the Pura 80 Ultra, especially with the multi-spectrum. The red maple kind of camera sensor that they have there is the color reproduction, and it's really reproducing the colors very accurately. This is now with the main camera sensor. This is why you see better HDR, and you can see all the names there. This is also something very interesting. They have sponsors. Those are countries or church parishes of different countries, and usually they put the name of this country or this parish in there as well to honor them for paying for this little church window, which is quite fantastic as well. This is again taking with 48mm, and I think it's a grand nice picture there as well. And then the light from the other side also, this warm orangey light coming in, especially when the sun is going over to the other side, is really fantastic here, and you get a nice picture. And you still, if I zoom in with the telezoom sensor, can read like North Afrique, which is North Africa, and some other parishes or countries there as well are visible and readable, which is simply fantastic. And then, of course, this details here also very nicely captured. It's like high in the ceiling. Like I used to 10x because I couldn't really see all the little details there. Could just read the name, that's about it. But here you can see the little details there because you can zoom in so much. And you see, like, I think there's four apostles that wrote the Bible, or the different parts of the Bible that are honored there. And then this fantastic shot here now taking with the 48 megapixels, just looking up and looking at the ceiling and looking at all the lights playing around. Yes, in terms of sharpness, it's not the best, I have to agree. That's just a bit of a shame there. But if you zoom out, this is just a fantastic shot there. Maybe you have to twist it, turn it a little bit to make it a bit more straight, because you can see this is a bit lower than this one here. But otherwise, it's just a fantastic shot that you can get here in this low lit situation with all the different lights playing in. Is super duper. And then this shot also showing the tremendous, and you have to think about it, that they are planning this. They don't know the outcome, or cannot know the outcome, but they are planning this in front before they put the glass in, because it's a lot expensive, a lot of glass there, different colors, they're high up there. They have to plan, how can the light be looking fantastic like it does here right now, how we can achieve this kind of light play. and they can plan this. It's just simply fantastic, I have to say. And you see again, it's so up in the sky there, basically, or in the top of this church, and you can still zoom in with the periscope zoom, which is doing a wonderful job there. And here as well, the orange light, now using the main camera sensor there, you can see all the little details there. The red, the orange coming in. The other details here, slightly overblown. Yes, it is harsh conditions. It is a bit harsh. You can see that they have some kind of probably podium there for singers up there as well. And this shot here again, also very nicely, the colors there. Like to do these shots, and this also very impressive. You can see one of the statues there that I took with the 48mm, and then you can see this is the other side. I took another shot here of the statue as well later on. Then this is the other side, outside. One side is like the whole story of Jesus growing up, basically, and this is the Passion side. So all the until he ends up at the cross kind of story. On the other side, that's also full of details, and you can zoom in. You have to zoom in to be able to see all those little details. Different style completely, not so rounded, more edges all over the place. So also very interesting, and maybe that it captures the details also in terms of like the little details and differences that you see in these different statues that you maybe even not see because it's so crowded, so many people there, you don't have the time and you're just too far away to just see all the little details and enjoy them, which is good that we have the ability to use the good cameras that we have on the Pura 8 Ultra to see all those little details. And this is one of the other sides that's already done as well. You can see this as well. It's not, I think, directly accessible from the outside everywhere, but you can go and see it from the inside as well. Then the Alpha and Omega, so the start and the beginning and the end, nicely captured also with the reflection of a little bird passing by, which I found very interesting here. Also done with the 10x zoom because it's so high up, as you see here. I was photographing it basically from here. This is now the main camera sensor, as you see, and yeah, the details are just simply phenomenal also on the main camera sensor. But you see also a bit of AI editing here going on with the faces and so on, which is like a bit weird. It tried to add some textures probably from the church. Not sure why it was doing it, or it had some issues with the shutter speed or me being just a bit too quick. Like you see, it's crowded there. And then another shot here just showing how impressive this looks like here with the, what is it, how many are just representing the ribs basically here with the top, and there's something written there as well. So yeah, little details. It's just, if you have the chance to go to Barcelona to watch, to take a look at this, even if you don't have to be like a Christian, just be impressed by what they're building for more than 100 years already and how much detail they put in, all based. And this is, by the way, the statue that I photographed earlier from the inside. You see right, where is it? Right here, this little statue here. And I was going in again from this side, and then I thought maybe, hey, just use 10 times zoom. And this is what I did, 10 times zoom, and this is what you get out of it. And you can see all the little details. This is what makes it so good. This is something, and this is the reason why I took the Pura 80 Ultra, not the Mate 80 Pro Max. The Mate 80 Pro Max would be able to take off such kind of shot with so much detail. It would be much blurrier, wouldn't have so much detail there, because we have this such 101.28-inch size sensor on the Pura 80 Ultra, and this is what you can get then out of it, which is very nice details here out of the shot. And yeah, many interesting shots here, as you see. So yes, if you have the chance to go to Barcelona, just visit this. It's just phenomenal. Just keep in mind that you have to order maybe the tickets a little bit earlier, like 2-3 weeks, maybe even a month earlier, to be able to really visit there. And I can highly recommend also taking a tour guide. They have good English speaking ones. For example, we took an English speaking one, and that worked quite nice. And 1.5 hours you have this tour, and afterwards you can just simply roam around, check it out, go into the museum, which is underground underneath the church, and find out more about the history and the development process. And this is then a really fantastic experience that I had here. So all over the place, I was very happy taking the Pura 80 Ultra with me to take this nice shot, these nice shots there out from the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. That's everything for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye. And yes, Mate 80 Pro Max battery drain test or battery level battery information or test in general, more review is coming pretty soon.